Howdy folks, Rebecca Jolly here from Jolly Alchemy, and today I would like to welcome you to another transit report for Wednesday, the 13th of August, 2025. In today's transit, we are shifting to the third line of this general cross grouping of formalization. So we're still in the cross of explanation, line 3, but tomorrow we will be having the shift towards the juxtaposition cross and getting ready for moving into the 5th line the next day. So, for line 3 is irresponsibility, to content oneself with superficial formulas. Now, the third line of any gate or hexagram is going to have trial and error, bonds made and broken, bumping into things, learning the hard way, and that's why we have a little bit of an immature revolutionary energy going on here in this line. And then 49.3 is actually revolution. That's the gate of revolution. Here's where we start to actually see revolution happening. The revolution against antiquated principles. But because it's a third line theme, it is going to be a bit of an on again, off again kind of an energy, which is why I chose the song Revolution by the Beatles. Because if you want a light revolution or a pop revolution, the Beatles is definitely it. If you want a heavier revolution, then you're going to go to like Nina Simone or somebody who's really, really wanting revolution. But I'm not sure that a couple of British boys, a group of British boys truly understood the need and the meaning for revolution. They were, I think, more mirroring general societal ideas of the youth and coming up and that sort of thing. And it's noteworthy, but it's still light, kind of light. So that's our song for today. The moon starts off in 17.5 synthesis. 17 is still the gate of opinions. And it is synthesis to recognize the value of collective intelligence. And then the moon will go through gate 21. That's the gate of the hunter being in control. And that is right here, coming out of the ego willpower center, going towards the throat in this channel of money making. And then it will go to 51, which is opposite 25. So we will have a connection between the G center and the same willpower center today. And then it will go to 42, and that's the gate of endings in this channel right here between the root and the sacral center, cyclical beginnings or cyclical learning cycles. So it's about beginnings and endings and beginnings and endings. And every time we go through this cycle of beginnings and endings, we learn just a little bit more and a little bit more. So it's a spiral, spiral learning. And that channel will actually see a connection at some time here in the day, because Venus is going to move out of 39.6 and into 53.1. And so you're going to have 53 on the other side. 53 is the gate of beginnings, and 42 is the gate of endings. So together they will define that channel and give the whole entire world both sacral energy and root energy today. So we're going to get that, but then we'll also get the G center and the willpower or ego center both being defined globally because of that 2551 that's going to be made later on in the day. So let's see. Mercury is still stable at 31.3. And Venus, as I said, is going to shift from that troubleshooter into 53.1. And then Mars is going from 46.6, where it was yesterday, integrity, into 18:1. 18 is the gate of focus on the broken, and that is down on this side here, from the spleen on this bottom channel towards the root, and it's the channel of perfection, or wanting things to really improve. And the way you do that is by you focus on what's broken and fix that. That's how you make improvements. It is an uncomfortable kind of an energy, so be aware. We're going to be starting into an exploration for a few days of that energy as we go through that gate in Mars. So it'll take probably a week, but we'll go through all those gates. So we're starting off with 18:1, evolution, conservative principles for gradual evolution. So the 18 line 1 is less attacking the things that it sees that are broken, but really concerned with doing it gradually. So, wisdom. There it is, that insight that we get from the first line of the gate and the hexagram. So, the global energy, we have our Jupiter shifting into 39.6, the troubleshooter, again. So we will have, at a certain point of today, the troubleshooter doubly emphasized by both Venus and Jupiter together. So it's not really that big of a deal. You might not feel it at all, but if you do feel it, let me know. Put it in the comments. Let's share. So, yeah, I believe that's all of our things for today. It's looking generally like some uncomfortable energy going around the planet in an attempt by the universe to help us focus on the changes that need to be made and start to actually speak up and start to make them. I know that those of us who are emotionally open feel very uncomfortable with those kinds of things, but it's really for the good of all of us to not sit around stewing in a situation where we're not doing well. And on some level, all of us are not doing well. And the planet itself is reflecting that. We're all needing to upgrade and change and look at ourselves, me included. So today's the day to do it. So if you feel inclined at all, go for it. And come back tomorrow. We'll do another transit and let you know what energies are going to be coming around then. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye.